Hi everyone, so look, just doing some stretching right now. Just got to look after my body, look after my legs. Listen, I'm having a lot of fun. Training's going extremely well. It's going better than it's ever gone in all my life. It's going amazing. I'm seeing so much improvement so rapidly and so quickly. Obviously, I just need to put it into action by knocking people out. And I'm telling you, I feel sorry for anybody that I fight next year. I genuinely do. Because people think I'm at a certain level, but I'm not. You know, it's only because I didn't train this year, and because obviously I haven't boxed in 10 years. But next year, you watch, I'm gonna batter people senseless. Like the referee, we'll see. If you think I'm just talking, we'll see. But I'm telling you, the referees better stop it. The corners better throw the towel in. You watch. So I'm not as soft as people think I am. Look, I'm not saying I want to permanently hurt anyone, but if I break anybody's jaw in a boxing ring, or if I break your ribs, that's your problem. I'm looking to win at all costs. You know, I'm like Julius Caesar. I'm like Napoleon Bonaparte. I'm like when Napoleon took over and he came into power. I tell you, let's say Julius, because I know Julius Caesar a lot better. It's like when Julius Caesar conquered all of Gaul. You know, he met, poor old Vercingetorix had to surrender. That's what I'm like. Take no prisoners. And in the end, they captured Vercingetorix and took him back to Rome, paraded him, and killed him in front of the Roman public. You know, I'm not going to show anybody any mercy, and I don't expect any mercy myself. I think boxing's a beautiful sport in some regards, but it's also a dangerous sport. It is a sport of violence. And something I want to talk about, why do boxers fail? I think a lot of them, like, not everyone's got the right mentality. You know, you haven't got the ambition. And I know professional fighters. I don't think it's necessary to name names, but I know people where I've seen them and they don't train like they want it. They don't seem to have the hunger, the ambition. What's a good example? It's like Andy Ruiz when he rematched Joshua. How you could turn up in that kind of shape for the rematch is pathetic. I mean, what happened there? If he had turned up in top condition, I think he would have probably knocked out Joshua again. But to turn up like that and you think you're gonna win, so he just surrendered the belt. That was pathetic. And I'd say it to his face before anyone says anything. What's another good example? Sometimes where you haven't got the best team around you, you haven't got the right train, because obviously a lot of people in boxing, you get all these con men that pretend they know what they're doing, but some of them are just there because of who they know, because they're friends with Eddie Hearn or friends with Frank Warren, or my name's, I might as well name names, my name's Adam Booth, I used to train David Haye. But just because you did it with David Haye doesn't mean you can do it for other fighters. Or what happened to Josh Kelly, as an example. But what's another good example? It's like Floyd Mayweather Sr. I think he's a good trainer, but he's not. Just because him and Roger Mayweather did that with Floyd Mayweather Jr. doesn't mean they can do it with you. It doesn't. Are you special? Do you have that same sort of work ethic? Do you have that same kind of talent? When people punch you, are you willing to punch back? So a lot of fighters are not brave, and this is me in the past. I used to spar people, and I was give it a go. But Ohara Davies is a good example. I should have dominated Ohara Davies in sparring. I was taller, older, quicker, better footwork, better hand speed. But Ohara Davies punches hard. And when he used to punch me on the chin, I'd go into survival mode. I wouldn't want to know. But that was when I was 18. That was over 10 years ago. I'm a different person now. Like this time, I'll try to fight you. But back then, I wasn't hungry. I didn't have the eye of the tiger. And it's the same with a lot of fighters. You punch them in the body. You start working them over with body shots. And not everyone wants to continue. Who's a good example? What was the name of the one? Charlie Edwards, where he got hit. He got dropped by a body shot and he didn't want to continue. I'm not judging anybody. I respect all fighters. I'm just giving you my opinion to the best of my knowledge. Maybe there's people out there that can give a better opinion, and they should do it. Anybody watching this video, if you feel like you can do a better job, then set up a YouTube channel. I'm not, just because I have a YouTube channel, it doesn't mean I'm more special than you. Well, I am special, but it doesn't mean, like what I'm saying, anybody can set up a YouTube channel, but I just say the main thing is hunger. Like, that's the number one thing in boxing. Are you hungry enough? And that's why some fighters fail. Are you willing to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning? Are you willing to spar 10 rounds? when someone punches you back, are you willing to fight? But Tommy Fury is a perfect example. You're boxing people that have had 10 losses. When someone punches you back, I don't think he's got the heart. Like, you duck Jake Paul. Look, yeah, I don't know if it's true or not about his rib injury, but I think he's lying. If I had a rib injury, I'd still fight Jake Paul. Like, it's Jake Paul. He's not Ricky Hatton. I think if you're going to fight Ricky Hatton or a rib injury, that will just be stupid. But you're talking about Jake Paul. Jake Paul probably he doesn't even know what a body shot is. So if it was me, as big as he is compared to me, I'd fight Jake Paul with an injured rib. I just wouldn't tell anybody. So it's like, that's because I've got heart now. When I was younger, I've always had heart, but I just didn't really want to fight. I was different then. But I'd fight Jake Paul with an injured rib. And you got this Tommy Fury guy. Oh, I'm Tyson Fury's brother. I've been around boxing since I was a kid. Mate, you ducked him. Dude, I'd go in there with 2 injured ribs. You could injure me on both sides. You could give me an injured rib cage. I'd still get in there. So, you just haven't got the heart. Amir Khan's a brave guy. That's what you call heart. You know. Or Kell Brook against Golovkin. Now, that was heart. But I don't think Tommy Fury's got heart. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm being harsh. And I've got no ulterior motive. I'm not. But when you compare Tommy Fury to the other guys in that division, the Buatsis, the Yards and so on, but these guys are going out there and fighting people. You say you're a pro fighter and you've got all this potential and ability, but you're chasing a YouTuber. So, yeah, chase him. Obviously, I understand the money's enticing, and I don't mind getting some of that money myself. But if I was in Tommy Fury's position, I would have fought people by now. Go out there and fight ranked professional fighters. If you can get Tommy Fury to fight you, then good luck. Take the money, I would. But it's just not serious where you've boxed people that have had 10 losses and all this, and you expect us to be impressed. Who else can I think of in boxing that's like that? But he's not the only one. I mean, I need to go now anyway before the steam room sauna closes, but there's a lot of boxers like that. They want to fight easy fights. They don't want to fight 50-50s. They don't want to challenge themselves. And then you've got the audacity to say that, oh, we'd beat the likes of Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson. No, you wouldn't. No, you would. Those guys had heart. You wouldn't. Disrespectful. Talking about the Jake LaMotta's and gent fighters of that generation. Harry Greb, Sam Langford, all the Jack Dempsey, these sort of guys. These fighters these days, you wouldn't have the heart to take them on. And if you did take them on, they'd finish you because they wouldn't show any mercy. The George Foremans and all these sort of guys. Sonny Liston. People don't go watch prime Sonny Liston in 1962. Watch what he did to Floyd Patterson. You think any of these modern heavyweights could take on Sonny Liston? No, they could take him on, but they'd get knocked out. Simple. But just boxing isn't the same as it used to be. The fighters these days, I just don't see the same heart and ambition. I mean, there is with some. Yeah, you could say Canelo, like he's willing to go out there and take tough fights. Who else would I say is brave? I mean, yeah, Hopkins was but it's just not the same anymore, is it? And going back to the topic of this video, that's why fighters fail. A lot of them haven't got that same hunger and ambition where you got to kill me to win. That's what I'm like now. I don't care who I get in the ring with. I don't care how big you are and, oh, Michael, he's too big for you. Well, you know what? If you're too big for me, you better knock me out then. Knock me out. I want you to do it. I'm not going to duck anybody. I don't care how big you are. Like, you're going to have to beat me down. And if I get up, you're going to be in big trouble. Because I'm going to come with 10 times the energy. I'm going to come like Superman and Goku. But anyway, take care. Thanks for watching.